Blessings, yo. You know, almost all of my videos, they're basically stating the same thing. The energy really is bring it to people, a couple of people, folks, group of people, motherfuckers. Just reminding you of the program, you know? They're constantly on a consistent basis reminding you any which way, you know, people, places, and things that you are to remain with the program. Stick with the program because the program is for you to, you know, the program is fabulous. The program is where you want to be. The program is systematic. You know, you must stick with the system that is within the program. You must stay within the program because, you know, that's what you were programmed into being programmed, you know, but once you notice the program, you do want to get out. You know, you do want to go over there someplace and create, you know, your own program where you don't feel like you're a part of the system type of shit, right? You got to pay mind to those that really do remind you in those whispering tones, you know, some of them are in bullhorns to let you know and remind you that yo, remember the time of slavery? Yo, remember those days of slavery? Remember those days that you were a slave? Remember that day you was a slave? Remember that time for like 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 hours you was a slave? Remember those slaving days? You know, remember those days you was slaving the fuck away? Remember that day that you was a slave, yo? That's the energy of something. Just really pay attention to how some people really do want you to go back there. They really do want you to take that walk all the way back around that corner somewhere. They need for you to go back in the past and stay there. They need for you to just reach back in the memory. You remember that time? Remember when? You know, it was good back then. Some people just for you to stick with the program. They need for you to stay with the program in order for the program to continue. You can't be outside of the program, you know, because who the fuck is you to do your own thing and create your own program a part of this system because the system was created in ways where you must be a part of a program, you know, that's within the system. You can't create your own program and be in the system within yourself. You know, you got to pay mind to those who really do come up with all type of tomfoolery and trickery on making sure you stay within the folds of slavery. Yo, it's like it's the weirdest of shit that they do mold themselves into, but forget that they can cut those strings off and just really mold. But they want to constantly go behind you, those strings on you, and make it seem like, yo, you need to go back into this motherfucking program because that's what the system that you stuck into, right? You got to pay mind to those that really do just come back to you and just say, yo, remember those times that you was a slave? Remember those days that, you know, we all was talking on how we was gonna get out the field, but those days of being a slave is much better than you being free. Because you being free on your own, doing your own thing, you're gonna have a whole bunch of motherfuckers reminding you and trying to come at you to bring you back in the system. Know that the Most High got you. Have a good one.